Today on the net, in Iran, opponents are persisting, particularly on the web, despite threats from the authorities. Italian net users are expressing their exasperation in the face of Silvio Berlusconi's escapades. The US All for Good site promotes online charity work. In this message, broadcast on YouTube from Rome, filmmaker Mohsen Makhmalbaf calls upon the Iranian opposition to continue with its fight for democracy. He also calls on the international community to refuse to recognize Mahmoud Ahmadinejad as president of the Islamic Republic. Broad online initiatives aiming to support the movement are multiplying. In France, celebrities from political and cultural circles have launched this online petition to request that the Iranian authorities listen to the demands of their citizens. In Iran, opponents are not giving up and remain mobilized on the web. On Wednesday, they posted on their site this report by the presidential candidate Mir Hossein Mousavi, a text outlining the fraud that seemingly stained the vote. At the same time, calls for protests and respect for a day of mourning in tribute to the victims of repression have been broadcast on Twitter, but some are recommending caution. This female user asked protesters to refrain from provoking the Basij. Fear of fresh waves of violence persists on the blogosphere. On this map of Tehran, this blogger has highlighted the embassies poised to accept injured protesters, as rumor has it that the militiamen are now hiding out around hospitals to track down opponents. And videos showing the imposing deployment of the armed forces in the streets of the country have been posted online by Iranian net users. A dissuasive police presence that could lead to loss of impetus amongst protesters. The results of the European and local elections in Italy have brought comfort to Silvio Berlusconi. However, net users are rising up against the repeated accusations of scandal faced by their president. After Naomi Gate and the photos of parties shown in his luxury homes, the Italian head of government could now be facing a prostitution scandal, a situation to which this photo montage says basta, claiming that Berlusconi is above all obsessed by women and money. It's the same story on Facebook, where groups calling upon Il Cavaliere to stand down are numerous, and their member numbers grow each day. The last to date was a group of people who have never voted for him, with over 350,000 members. This anti-Berlusconi petition has gathered over 15,000 signatures and continues to be broadcast by net users. This blog records that 3 female academics are calling upon women and G8 leaders to refuse to attend the organization's summit, set to take place next month in Italy. According to the blogger, the call has little chance of being heeded. Finally, despite Berlusconi's denial in the press, net users continue to illustrate the president's setbacks with humor in many videos broadcast on share sites. Finding charity work online is now possible thanks to All for Good. Several companies such as Google, Facebook and Craigslist, as well as many NGOs, have grouped together to create this site, which coordinates many existing offers of charity work. An initiative aiming to follow the lead given by Barack Obama and by the American First Lady in favor of these activities. Over 100,000 opportunities such as collecting funds or food. A YouTube chain has also been created in partnership with the site. Users are asked to help NGOs to make videos for their cause.
Extremely awesome YouTube can be.
The French National Audiovisual Institute is launching a new version of its website. For the occasion, the Institute looks back on the 40 years since its creation and is posting online over 200,000 adverts broadcast since 1968. Here is a surprising video made with a simple mobile phone, image by image. This amateur video maker photographed himself at the wheel of an imaginary car driving through the Lausanne Jardin exhibition, which is currently being held in Switzerland. He then put the images back to back to create the video.